Hey, dude, it's your boy Nextstop Sirchcity.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Nita.
And guess what, guys? We are back with another episode of the Food We Watch podcast, episode 28. We are growing, growing, and growing. And guess what, guys? We are reviewing finale night. Yes, we have come a long way in the MasterChef world, and we are here. The final three. As we already know, Grant, Kennedy, Jennifer made it to finale night. Before, well, you know what? We watched it. So Nita said it's going to either be Grant or Kennedy. I took the wild card and said it's going to be Jennifer, and we are going to find out what happened. Did I pick right? Did I pick wrong? We're going to find. We're going to see. But yeah, first basically finale night. It wasn't a lot going on. It is what the name is. It's literally the last competition to decide who's going to be Master Chef. They had to cook an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. Not a lot. Again, we don't really have a lot of feedback of what was going on. I have some things that was going on. For the let me see. Well, Jen, for her appetizer, I believe she chose to use her Southern cooking and fuse it with French techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Grant wanted to do a Midwest meets Italiano, and Kennedy was just like, "Hey, I'm from Colorado." That's
Well,
you know.
she said, I got what she said. She said, theme acceptance to the eyes of nature ingredients that are indigenous to Colorado. She is bringing fishing, hunting, and a taste of who she is as well.
Okay, well, she did her thing, Colorado. We started
Um,
off with apps.
Real quick, before we get into it, I have like a curveball question. Um, Whose theme did you end up liking the best, like plate wise? Like I thought Kennedy plating, she did a phenomenal job, just all across the board.
I
I
was gonna say
really
if we're going creativity, yo, she
knocked it out. I've never seen nothing
she
like
was
that.
creating paintings with food.
Yeah, yeah. And let me tell you, and I literally wrote this down a few times as a photographer.
Yeah,
I would have been like so obsessed. Like I would have been like, I gotta take this picture.
yeah.
Like what she created was like a photographer's dream. So I just wanted to like put that out there just in case I forgot. Kennedy, great job on that creativity. It was literally
Yep.
art on a plate. All right.
All right. So again, we started with apps. Now, before we get into what they made, I was a little nervous because Jennifer said she was going to use lobster. Now, the last competition, she wasn't cooking her lobster right, so I was like, "Oh boy." Kennedy decided to use trout, and I didn't know what this was. They kept saying morel, and I'm like, "What is that? Like, what is he doing?"
First of all, they said a lot of things that I didn't understand. Okay, like I was so many words. I was like, "What is this? Never heard
I,
of
I
it."
was I was talking about his protein.
I'm just
I
talking
never.
about in general.
He did a morel mushroom ravioli. Never heard of morel. I'm gonna have to look
Never heard of
into
that either,
those mushrooms.
and
Um,
never heard of a egg being a liquid egg being
yeah,
inside of
he that was
ravioli.
the morel mushroom ravioli style.
Okay.
It was egg yolk. It was almost like a sunny side up type situation because you had to make sure that when you cook the ravioli, the egg does not one cook too full to where it's like a hard yolk, and you gotta
Mm-hmm.
make sure it doesn't pop open. Kind of hard technique. He struggled a little bit at first, but he got it. Um, Overall, they all put together some good appetizers, and you are right. These names, some of this stuff I'm like, I have never heard. I want to try to make it. Jennifer did a lobster succotash with a sweet corn puree, truffle oil, and champagne caviar vinaigrette.
All
I was
right.
like, okay.
So can we dive a little bit? The judges said that her dish looked amazing, which she
Mm-hmm.
did. Um, Joe said that her lobster was expertly cooked, but it was lacking salt.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
mean,
they didn't taste the truffle that she said
yeah,
she.
I mean, listen, I'm a person who doesn't like too much salt, but you do need salt. Like you need to
Mm-hmm.
put you need to put salt in there because salt does give flavor. Yeah, like Search said, they did not taste the truffle oil at all. Didn't even know you can. I am learning. You can do a lot with truffle.
Truffle. I haven't done a lot of cooking with truffle, but eating wise, yes, you can do a lot with truffle.
I'm noticing that. And then Aaron said that he wished that the vinaigrette wasn't there. That she used the beurre blanc.
That's
He
see,
really.
this some things about these competitions I do be feeling like they be kind of picky with, because the kind of dish she cooked, it calls for a beurre blanc. But what if you don't have to have that? Like, try it. What was when he said he wished it wasn't there, but he didn't say if it was nasty or good. He just wanted
I
the beurre
think
blanc.
I think it was just a preference.
Like, I just, and for that, judge the plate on what it is, not because I gave you something that you're not used to eating with that
Mhm.
style. Like, I don't know. To me,
But they did
that's
say
a
the
little
dish was
nitpicky.
really. But
Yeah, it
they
was
did
top
say
notch
the
though.
dish was good
They
though.
said it was top
Yeah.
notch.
Mhm.
So she got good reviews.
Mhm.
All right, so
Grant.
Grant made a ravioli al uovo with
I'm about to.
morel cream sauce, truffle butter, and shaved truffles. I'm like, what
I'm about
is
to call it OVO.
you call it? He made a Drake ravioli
Yep.
al
That's
uovo. I believe that's
yep.
how you say it.
AKA Drake ravioli. That's what we call it.
Oh,
Drake
that's a trend.
ravioli.
He made the Drake ravioli with morel
Mm-hmm.
cream sauce.
Yep.
They loved it. The yolk was nice and runny. It was delicious. Only thing, he used too much of the mushroom. They said it was overpowering. The
And
actual dish.
and they said it could have used the extra 30 seconds. I think
Yeah,
the A part could have used
yeah.
the extra 30 seconds. Yeah, and like you said, the was that the cream sauce?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was overpowering.
But overall, they said his technique, the putting it together, was on point.
Let
So
me tell you something. I feel like throughout this whole entire competition, that was like Grant's best. Just like his demeanor, he felt so comfortable. Like I felt like I was looking at a different person in the kitchen. It was
yeah,
very, very interesting
he
to
came to
see.
win.
And he was confident. Like this was the most confident he has ever been throughout
Hmm.
this whole entire competition. So I just wanted to put that out there that I did notice that.
Yep.
And then next we have Kennedy. Have fun.
She did a crispy skin trout with a truffle potato, oyster mushroom, tarragon, pea puree, saffron toulet, roe, and smoked oyster aioli. What? When I was typing that up, I was like, this is a lot.
Oh, you typed it up? Oh no, I had to say it. I had to say it into my phone because ain't no way. I'm like, first of all, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. Like, she
I
had
was
a lot going
nervous because
on.
when people be doing too much, but she had to do a lot because she wasn't just creating dishes, she was
Yeah.
creating art.
Let me tell you something. That blue sauce that she
Mhm.
see, this is what I remember we was talking about being more creative That would be dope to work on. Like trying to put art on a plate. Of
We
course,
could do
starting
that.
out small. Like we
Mm-hmm.
can start with like just sauces. Like I
Mm-hmm.
thought that was like the blue. It was just so vibrant. Like it was just that plating was just so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, she did her thing. That was,
She did
I
her
think that might have
thing.
been her best dish of the night. They said
Mm.
it was visually stunning. It looks like it could have been in a magazine. The
Oh,
trout was cooked,
cookbook.
cookbook.
Yes.
The trout was cooked
Yes.
delicious. They said it was the
A
flavor
piece of
was
art.
magical. It was an art
Yeah.
and the flavor was
Yeah.
magical. I never heard them describe any kind of food as magical. So that means she
Mm-mm.
did her thing.
And I'm gonna just say this too. I've been watching MasterChef for a very long time. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that.
Yeah. I think she probably is the most creative master chef in the 13 years. Like that was just her style was just crazy.
It was, oh my gosh, Kennedy, like, yo, like, if she opens up a restaurant, whatever, I need parts. You want somebody to take photos of your food? I need parts. Like, I will do it. I'm just putting that out there. Because I was just truly a fan of her work. Like, wow, I was very amazed.
All right, so and before we move on, in your opinion, out of the three, who do you think at this point had like the edge?
Kennedy,
I'd say that.
Kennedy for sure, hands down. She won appetizer in my book.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Grant was a close second, but she just she went off. Like she took it
You
to another level to where you didn't even want it. You don't. It's so it was
don't
good,
want to
but
eat
you
it
don't want to eat it because it looks
because it's
so.
so pretty.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
she did her
yes,
thing. All
yes.
right. So next we moved on to entrees. Now
Mm-hmm.
they listed the entrees before they actually cooked them. Did you want to go? Did you want me to go over what they made, or you want to go over? You got any? Um,
I did it. I felt how I did it is like was if there was any hiccups, and then towards when everything's all said and done, when the judges are about to try their stuff, then list it, and then we can break it down, like how we did with the
got
appetizer.
you. You have anything to say?
Yeah.
'Cause
um.
dead silence. No,
So
but go ahead.
so on entrees, I felt like where is my stuff? I don't think
I
I
have some.
had much.
I have some
Hold on.
stuff.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Um. Ooh. Ooh. What happened with entree?
Mm.
Entree wasn't
All right.
really
So
hitting.
basically, what happened is I'm not going to name everything they use. So the protein for the entree, Jen chose to do a venison. Grant chose to do a
Mm-hmm.
pork loin, and Kennedy chose rabbit. First and foremost, I've never had rabbit. Have you had rabbit?
I've never had
I'm pretty
rabbit.
sure if
Don't.
we ask your mom, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, I had
I
rabbit."
know. I don't even know if I'm even interested in having rabbit.
I know. I don't.
Mm-mm.
Mm,
Um,
um,
it is a tough meat to cook.
that's what
Um,
Gordon said. Gordon said the
Gordon was
pork
like,
loin. No, I'm
yeah,
sorry. The piece of the venison was tough, and the pork loin because it needs to be cooked perfectly, and the amount of time he was worried about them drying out that venison. Jen, the rabbit they said is the most unforgiving
oh,
protein ever. But
I'm
here's
tripping. I do have stuff. Okay, I'm
but look
okay. I got my
real quick.
bearings. Okay, go ahead.
She just and I get why she tried to do the rabbit. I think she didn't want to do she what did she do the last time when the grilling? I didn't think she wanted to do elk again because that would have been her
The
third
elk,
time.
yeah, yeah,
But she never cooked with rabbit. She
yeah. I
never
know. I was
cooked.
gonna. Yep.
I was like, here we go, finals, and y'all really gonna test out your skills at this point in the game. I don't think I
Yeah.
would have went with the rabbit. I would have just took my
Mm-mm.
time with
Like you
the elk.
said, yeah, stuck. Like either. not either. Stick with what you know, but elevate it.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Elevate it. And if you wanted to put like a twist to it, then so be it. But at least you're familiar with it. So Gordon was very nervous for her. Oh, this wasn't a part of the show, but I don't know if you peeped, but it kind of like distracted me. Um, there was a moment where they was focused on Jennifer, but Kennedy was in the background and she went to go bend down, and I was like, "Girl, pull up your pants, cause cameras is right there."
I did not notice that at all.
Yeah, I did. So
Shout out to the
yeah.
cameraman for catching that. I,
Oh my goodness. I mean, you didn't see anything, but it was just
yeah.
you could tell it was low.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I peeped that. All right. Well, then let's get into these entrees and let's
Well,
see
hold
how
on.
they.
I still got a couple
Oh,
more
oh,
things.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry. My
got I
bad.
got nervous for Grant because again he was doing the pork loin, and it was 24 minutes into the service. That's 60 minutes, and he still didn't start cooking
Yeah,
his
he
pork.
still did. Yeah,
I
they
feel
was
like
like, get that
he's
pork in.
waiting for like the exact time, and this could be risky because pork got to still it got to sit too.
Can I just say this though, too? That's where it gets annoying with the people on top. It's just like, shut up and just watch. You
They
know what
trying to
I'm
help.
saying? No, but you're not where I'm at. Like, so just enjoy the show. Like, I got this. So,
I get you. I
I mean,
get
this
you.
is how I feel. You know,
Yeah.
like you think
But
you're helping, but you're not helping.
But you know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm that type of person where like if I'm concentrating and then you're talking to me, I'm gonna tell you to leave. I
Yeah,
don't. I don't like if I'm really doing unless you are really helping me. If you're just talking and I know what I'm doing, just leave me alone. No,
right.
so I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into the entrees. Let
Go
me pull
ahead.
it
Wish
up.
you the best because Grant went up first.
Grant
And what did
did.
Grant cook?
Here we go. Grant did a pork loin medallions and I was pronouncing this too. Sal Moriglio. I think I got it. Sal Moriglio
Sure.
sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Agrodolce celery root puree and beer braised baby fennel and onions. First of all, my G's, I need you guys to pick things a little bit more simpler to pronounce. Sal Moriglio, Agrodolce, like what? I don't even know what this stuff is, but we got to look into this because these are stuff we might need to put on our channel and cook ourselves.
That's definitely an Italian word.
Yeah,
That sal, whatever you just said.
I
That's
hope I
definitely an
I hope
Italian
I
word.
said it right. Y'all let me know
I
in the
hope
comments if I said
I,
that right.
I hope you did too, because I wasn't even trying. Um, so his plating looked really good. I just for my taste, I don't know if that would have been something that I would have been dying to eat, just for me
Mhm.
personally, because you know, that's just not my preference. But I mean, the plating looked amazing. Gordon said that it was absolutely amazing. Like he loved it. So
The only thing I would say about because they said it was cooked spot on and it was delicious. They love the fennel cooked in
fennel
the
cooked
beer.
it. Yep,
But
yep.
like this is probably the dish he went down on. They said it was, but as far as the pork, it was simple. Like he didn't really do
Mhm,
anything to like
mhm,
stand out. You just cooked a pork, cooked it perfect,
mhm.
but it was just that was it. It was just a piece of pork.
Yeah.
Next is Kennedy, correct?
Mhm.
She did the rabbit saddled seared rabbit liver beets, pickled cherries, and juniper berry sauce.
Again, can we talk about the plating? Oh my gosh. Yo, the way she splattered the color. Oh, again, Kennedy, if you need me to take your pictures, I will come to you. A photographer's dream. Oh my gosh, it looked amazing. amazing. She did her thing on that, and she took a big risk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the judges ended up liking her dish. Not only and Joe was like a little apprehensive. Like he was like, I hope this tastes as good
As it
as
looked.
it looks. And oh my gosh, I mean, she had like the moth around the plate. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Wow!
Yeah, she did her. I'm
Wow!
telling you, she really brought it. She did her thing. I was like, okay, if she keeps going, this is going to be her. This is hers to lose at this point. Because to me, she probably had, and we didn't get to Jennifer's yet, but she probably had the best app and pretty much the best entree. Like they said, the rabbit was delicious. They loved the juniper sauce, and I think Joe said she definitely nailed what she was trying to display, both visually and flavor wise. So another one in the bag. Next, we have Jennifer. Jennifer did the rack of venison persalade with a roasted roux, veggie parsnip potato puree, and a bordelaise sauce.
Again, she felt flat with her seasoning.
Yeah,
My thing is, you are from the South. The South lives like they're known for seasonings. Like, what is happening? Why are we lacking flavor? We lack the salt. Now we're lacking seasoning. Jennifer, what is happening? Like,
yeah.
what happened?
And her meat cuts were inconsistent. They were not happy about it visually. They were like, why did he get like the the end part? I don't got the end part, but everybody else got like a nice cut of rack. And she was like, I just plated it that way. Her sauce was a little over reduced, so it was a little sticky. They said the protein was cooked perfectly. So it was just little things that she was missing that kind of followed her throughout this competition. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. But going into the entrees, about to go into desserts. In your mind, who do you?
Kennedy,
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
Kennedy,
yo, like
Kennedy.
I
Hands
think
down.
she's about to take this draw. Like in my
Kennedy.
mind, she's winning. But this now we going to desserts and things can change, yo. First of all,
Ah, oh man.
first of all, they were
Um,
nervous real quick because Grant was going to use beer in his dessert. It was like you doing a lot of beer. And it was like, I don't know how well that bitterness of the beer is going to do for a dessert dish, but
mhm. So Kennedy was trying to do something so amazing. She wanted to make snow,
he's doing too
but
much.
man, oh man, was she having issues with this. And the first time the snow wasn't hot enough, so then she started making another batch. At this point, Gordon was like, "Oh my gosh, okay." But if it doesn't work, like you gotta abort.
Mhm.
And the second time, like she's just like, it's just not working. It's just not working. And Gordon literally said, this is the first time that they've seen Kennedy struggling. Like she was struggling. And Gordon said, pivot. If it's not working, you got to move on. And um she tried it, like she did it three
She did
times.
it 3 times. I would have stopped after the second time.
Yeah, and I was
I'm
just like, "Oh my gosh, abort mission!" And then it was like she had her cakes in the
I was about to
oven,
say,
like
guess what she's
over
doing while she's
30,
making.
yes, 30 minutes. Oh my gosh! And now, like they were worried that her cakes was going to be dry and overcooked, which is the star of your dish. It's the
Hmm.
cakes. Like I was like, "Girl," I was like, she was so focused on the snow, like.
To
No,
me,
you gotta focus on them cakes.
at this point in the competition, you can tell that you took the first two, um, the absent entree. At this point, I'm probably going to abort and I'm going to do a delicious dish. I just need to.
Yeah.
I don't need a three to win the game. I just need two. So I'm going to go for the layup. I'm not gonna go
Right.
all the way back there and shoot a three when I only need 2 points to win the game.
Right.
I felt
Right.
like that's what she was trying to do. When it didn't come together the second time, I would have aborted, maybe tried to come with some kind of white sauce to kind of just scrape across to look like snow, something. Just abort. But like you said, she left her cakes in the oven the whole time she was doing this. Now, any other time, them people at the top want to be helping and yelling. Why ain't nobody
Nobody
take
said
your cakes out
anything.
the oven?
Yeah, nobody said that. Nobody said that at all. And then Jennifer was running behind with her dessert.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cool that Grant was making ice cream.
I did too. They both used the they
Liquid
use the
nitrogen.
liquid nitrogen. I've seen people do that. That's something I don't think I would do for a shoot in my house. That's like unless we go outside because you got to wear like goggles and gloves like because
Oh
that stuff is
yeah.
so cold. If that get on your skin, you're like if you dip your fingers in it, your fingers falling off. That's how cold it is. They use the liquid nitrogen to speed up the freezing process. That's why he did it for the ice cream. She froze
Okay.
her I think raspberries or something. So it speeds up the process. So,
Got
but
you.
overall, they were coming up with some creative things. It's just Kennedy should have just, but we'll see
Yeah.
how it happened. What happened? Um, so Kennedy, her dessert was a hockey puck black sesame cake with a dark chocolate ganache, blackberry mousse, a yuzu chocolate snow. Now,
So her plate
what was
looked
amazing.
nice. It looked really, really good. Like the structure, the construction of it, well done. And I could see where she wanted to place the snow.
Yeah.
I could see that. However,
Mm-mm-mm.
that's where it stopped. It was nice visually. Her chocolate cake was really dense. Um, and not only was it dense, it was dry. The texture was off. It was the consistency. Did you see Joe? How he looked up? It was like he was
Mm-hmm.
about to use a fork, but then he picked it up with his hand,
Yeah.
and he was like, it was the consistency of bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, of bread
Ron
and
said it was like
cake.
a bagel.
It did look like I got bagel vibes. Like I was like, yo, just grab the cream
She
cheese.
should have did what Richie did and switched her. I would have been like, here is a sesame bagel dessert. She should have switched that up at the last
Oh,
minute.
oh my gosh! And they put in quotations.
Right.
Oh my gosh, it did. It looked like a bagel. Like I was like, pass the cream cheese. It really did. This hurt her. This hurt her. But real quick, again, not about the dish. Did you notice that the cameramen, and I'm gonna put editors in there too because they edited, they zoomed in a lot on her sister.
I didn't know her sister was there.
Remember, oh, we forgot to mention. Remember, Gordon brought her up for the first dish.
That was Kennedy. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
Kennedy's
Jennifer.
no Kennedy's sister.
Oh,
That
that
was
was
Kennedy's
Kennedy's
sister.
sister.
Yes, they kept. They kept.
They did. They had her on there a lot.
Yes,
I do
yes.
remember that. Yeah.
You would have thought she was a contestant. Like they just kept showing her face. It was like, do somebody got a crush on her or something?
That he brought her up to judge.
I know.
I think they all had a little cry. They're like, "That's your sister? Y'all related?"
That was
I
just
did
something that
peep
I
that.
noticed. I did. I
I
did.
did. I was like, "Dang, they keep showing her."
Yes, they kept showing her. It was like she was like the only one there. Nobody else's families were there. Like they just kept showing her. I thought that was funny. That was just an observation. But yeah, Kennedy fell short
Hey,
in this round.
um,
And then next we have Jennifer who made
a chocolate raspberry mousse cake with a chambord raspberry coulis, crystallized raspberries, and a chocolate mirror glaze.
but what did she call her dessert?
I don't remember.
She called it "I love you."
Oh yeah, because that's the dish that her and her husband had the night that he said he loved her, and they loved it. The judges was like, "I
Yeah,
love."
yeah, pretty much. Yo, oh my gosh! Like, not only how it looked on the outside, but when you cut into it, beautiful, beautiful. Like it really made me think like that is she needs to capitalize on that. Like a Valentine's Day
Yeah, I love
dish.
the cake. That should be her.
That would oh my gosh, like she did her thing. She did it. That was my favorite dessert, to be honest with you. And again, as a photographer too, photographer's dream. Like she
Yeah,
did that.
yeah, that was her best cook of the night was that dessert. And I
Yeah.
think that's her real specialty. I think she does a lot with desserts, so it made sense for her to kill that.
Hmm.
Um, Next we have Grant. He did a torn stout cake with coffee stout mousse, a chocolate pizzelle, I think, and a coffee cream ice cream. And they said, "Yo,
Visually, his look nice too.
it looked nice, but it was." They said basically it was him on a plate, like
Hmm.
the whole beer situation. They said it was delicious.
I would try that. I would never think beer as a dessert in the
They said
dish.
that they would recommend the cake to people who don't even drink. That's how good
Mm-hmm.
it was. It was super
Mm-hmm.
unique.
Mm-hmm.
And he got high praise from Joe for his gelato, for his ice cream. He was like, "Yo, this is good." So
Mm-hmm.
Grant did his thing. He was consistent. I will give him that all 3 rounds. I think his best round probably was the dessert,
But
just
who
like
was your
Jennifer's.
but
Me
who was your
personally,
favorite
me personally, it was Kennedy.
dessert?
Oh, dessert, just the dessert. I thought I'm thinking
No, no,
overall.
no, no, no,
It
no, no,
was
no,
Jennifer.
no.
Jennifer was the best.
I agree. So we're on the same page with this. Okay. So the judges, did their little.
Now, before we get into it, because you said you picked Grant or Kennedy before they ruled on it. In your mind, who won?
For me, Kennedy, even though her dessert was not great, but I mean, she executed very well. And it was, and so this is why I say what I say too. So when the judges did their little conference thing, Aaron was very impressed by the trout.
Mm-hmm.
Was very impressed by the trout, and was it? It was he was the one who said right that he has to implement that.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I felt like it was a no-brainer, but of course it's never a no-brainer when you're dealing with these type of shows. But Kennedy did her thing the first. She blew it out the freaking park with her 2 dishes. And for the simple fact that she never cooked with rabbit before and she executed that, not only was it stunning visually, but it tasted good. Like, and then you have Aaron, who's like, yo, I need parts. Like, I gotta figure out a way to implement that as well when it comes to trout. Like, come on.
I feel you. I feel you. I 100% feel you. Me personally, going into them before they were going to announce who the winner was, I felt that Grant won. This is why. I too think Kennedy should have won this thing. I thought she should be the winner. But here's the thing.
Well, well, well,
Well,
well.
look, no,
Let's.
no, no. Let me say what I'm gonna say. I feel like Kennedy, before they made any announcement, was going to be the winner. Is she the winner? We're going to talk about that in a moment. But here's what I thought. Grant was the only one who consistently cooked a good dish every round. He only had one bad thing that they said, which was he should have cooked his noodles for 30 seconds longer. Other than that, it was good. Jennifer had some misfires in her entree.
Again, her best
Kennedy
her
had
best was Jennifer's
dessert.
best was just a dessert. That was it.
Kennedy had a misfire with her dessert.
Yeah.
Name a time where Grant had a misfire. He didn't. He didn't do, even though
Mm.
his meat was boring. That's what she said. He still made a good dish. That's why I say people don't overthink it sometimes because you can mess yourself up. That's all.
Okay, can you announce the winner so then I can say what I have to say?
The winner of the 2023 class MasterChef
Season
season 13
13.
that was aired on Fox last week at night, and we watched it. The winner of it all, who took home the trophy and the money and got the picture placed on the wall, and the family got to celebrate with them, and
And you said the trophy, right?
the trophy was none other than Grant. Grant is this year's Master Chef. I think he deserved it. I really feel like I just feel so bad for Kennedy. I wish he would have just left that snow alone and did what Grant did in his entree, which was just make something.
So
She
can
would
I
have won.
say this? Yeah. Um, if Kennedy executed her dessert
If she
like
would
she
have just
did them
made a
other
regular
places,
dessert,
yeah, she would have won it for sure. Like no brainer, she would have won it. But just because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Winning and winning a show or being a winner of a show isn't everything
yeah,
because I've seen a lot of shows where the winner they're not really successful and it's the people who didn't win that are really like blowing up. It's literally all about what you do
shout out,
after the show.
shout out, Kamalia Stewart,
Yes.
our dear friend of the pod.
Yes. So it's all about what you do. So just because you didn't win doesn't mean that you're not a winner. All you need for real is the exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying because there's
Yeah,
a lot of Master Chefs winner, and I'm like, who? Because it's like, what are they doing after
yeah,
the show? You know what I'm saying? It's more so you hear about those who didn't win, who was like blowing up right now.
yeah.
So I just want to put that out there. If you're ever interested going on a competition show, it's not always about winning, but just the exposure. And then what do you do with that exposure?
All right,
There's my 2 cents.
guess I'm gonna have to apply for one of these cooking shows.
I mean, Gordon put it out there. He was like, if you was a home cook, come sign up.
I
Sir, you
might.
be doing your thing, man. You be doing your thing.
I
Cookbook
gotta see
coming
what
soon.
I gotta see what my schedule looks like. Let me check with my assistant, who's me, and I'll let y'all know. But no, we have concluded another TV. This is our second TV show that we reviewed, our second season. We are 28 episodes in. We
Crazy.
have been doing this since the beginning of this year, somewhere around March.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
What? See, here's the thing, guys. I can't keep up with time anymore. Like this year is like a blur to me. So wow. We was it was after the Super Bowl.
February.
Wow.
We've been doing this since February,
February, guys.
September, about to be
Wow.
October next week.
Wow. Wow, wow. And we've definitely gained a following. Like, so shout out to our followers.
Yes, the people that consistently watch, the like 4 to 5 of you guys, we love you. Please continue to watch. Please comment. That's what we want to know who you are.
Yes, comment and tell us what show would you like for us to review next.
We know about 1 or 2 people that consistently watch, but the other ones, who are you? Comment down below. Say what's up. Let us know if you like the show.
Yeah.
Let us know what
Yes.
you want to see more of. Let us
Mm-hmm.
know, like she said, a TV show that you might want us to review. Because guess what? This season is over, so we still haven't picked a show yet for next week.
I have an
Mm,
idea, but we'll discuss off camera.
got you. Well, you guys in the food we watch community, let us know your ideas and your thoughts. Also, I just want to thank you guys for consistently being there watching us. Thank you for the ones who follow us not only on our individual platforms but on the food we watch pod on TikTok and IG.
Wait,
Those
speaking of, sorry. I'm a little hype, y'all. One of my reels got over where we at?
83K.
83K views, y'all. So if you don't know, now you know. Go over to Nita.foodphoto. You can catch me on IG, TikTok, and Facebook. But definitely check me out on IG and see what video I am talking about, what reel I'm talking about. I was shocked. Shocked. I couldn't believe it. And it's still growing. But I ain't the only one. Search, where can they find you?
Hey, dude, you can find me over at Sirchcity on all platforms. If I'm asleep, I'm not answering the phone there. You can find me over at Normals Be Chefing. Again, that is all platforms. Please, for the pod, please go follow us at the Food We Watch pod where we drop our clips. So, in the event that you don't want to watch all the episode, you might want to watch just some of the funny parts. Go follow us there on TikTok and IG. Again, next week episode, we have no idea what it's going to be about, so tune in. It'll be a surprise for you as it'll be a surprise for us. But as you already know, I gotta let you know that good things come and good things go. Life be like a box of chocolates sometimes. That should be melting, y'all. Boom.